Hey, good vibes. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Pamela. How's it going? How you doing? Beautiful day here today. A little cold. Hey, Randy. Hey, Kimberly. You guys got any special messages you want delivered Thursday? I got a ton of stuff to give away. Hey, 4Kids. Hey, Lori. How you doing? How are you? Hey, Wanda. Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. Hey, Sherry. How's it going? Hey, Joanna. Hey, Larry. How's it going? Larry, did you used to work for U.S. Steel? Hey, Luke. What's going on? Hey, Patricia. How you doing? Hey, Mo. Yep, pretty good today. Told you guys I'm closing on that property next week. So I'll probably be heading out to North Dakota. Oh, okay, Larry. It's nice to see them making steel down there in Rouge. This is West Branch, Michigan, Randy. Yeah, I'll be down there Thursday, yep. Hey, Fly Life, how you doing? I would go down there Wednesday, but I forgot today was Columbus Day, so it puts the mail behind. Hey, Wanda, what's going on? Oh, no kidding, huh? Yeah, it's nice to see steel being made there. Hey, Jay. Yeah, I didn't really know about it until the lady that bought that place from me was trying to get the utilities changed. It's going to be a really good moonrise tonight. Hope it's like clouds like this. Be perfect. They're going to make a coffee shop and her son's going to live next door. I'm at the one 212 off 75, West Branch, Michigan. Yeah, I do. Actually, I had quite a few friends from high school work there. I knew a lot about McClough Steel. Believe it or not, back like in 75, I would go back there, jump the fence, go meet my buddies working a double shift. They had 2 lockers welded together, and we played chess all night. Yeah, it's a beautiful sky, Joanna. You're right. Hey, Julie. How you doing? Yeah, it doesn't matter. These people are rich. They own oil wells all over. They don't really need the money. I did catch a moon last night, but you know, it was so cloudy up until when I could see it that even though it was cool, it didn't really disappoint me too much because it's going to be better tonight. Just a little better. It's not 100% complete moon this month. And it was too high in the sky. Once it gets high in the sky and it doesn't reflect off the clouds or the water, or I can't see it coming up in the golf course or Lake Huron, it doesn't really interest me. It just looks like a ball in the sky. Hey, Cable, I'll tell you, I get as many freighter videos as I can, and I'll be down there sometimes for a week and not see a freighter. Yeah, it was 32 last night when I went to bed about 1 o'clock. I don't know if it got any colder or not. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Now, there's a pretty reasonable... I used to have the app. It's like $3 a month. It's a great freighter app. But now that I've kind of shifted more to doing interviews and stuff, I just quit renewing it because I'm not sitting around the water that much. But I know there are some pretty good websites that you can get on. You can tell when the freighters are going up and down. But, there were twice as many freighters 100 years ago. They're closing these fossil fuel plants and just going to a different mode of shipping. But I love the freighters. I like the smaller ones. Hey, thanks, Maggie. This is a chat, Mitchell. Live chat. If anybody's down below thinking about going up looking for the color tour of the leaves, better get going this weekend. What's the live chat for? It's just to chat. I don't think so. No, there's too many people out there now with Facebook and live chats. I don't think so. Right, Joanna. Hey, Star. How you doing? How's it going? I got a ton of stuff for Raven. I hope I see her. I do. I drive from Detroit from West Branch every time. Yeah, it's about 185 miles. Good morning, Mitchell. This is West Branch, Michigan, Mitchell, not Detroit. About 185 miles away. Yeah, I can get down there. If everything goes right, 2 hours and 20 minutes, generally 2:40. I always get a hotel down there in Dearborn, stay a few days. I was actually going to be a state trooper. I was planning on being a cop. And when I knew a lot of cops when I was a kid, I kind of thought that's what I wanted to do. And I would run into them and, they'd be encouraging me on what classes to take and that kind of thing. And about the time I was ready to graduate, Michigan State Police had laid off a class. So I knew a state trooper that was in the licensing division for private detectives. And he kind of talked me into being a PI. I didn't know a thing about it. Yeah, I'm actively looking for Wendy, believe me. Daisy's doing good. I think I'm going to let her hair grow out. Yeah, I've got some stuff for Lindsay as well. I got a ton of stuff to hand out. Oh, I do. Yeah, people tell me that all the time. I sound like a cop. Oh yeah, she's going with me. Yep. Daisy's been everywhere. Glacier National Park, Florida, you name it. Yeah, Larry, I'm glad you brought that up because I got to get some firewood. You're right. Yeah, the girls are hit and miss big time. You could spend a week down there and not run into any of them. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Hey, Sarah, how are you? That's a real possibility, that's for sure. So I've been coming up with writing everything down on my take about, how I see it with regard to the women and the batting average of rehab. and why that doesn't last and why there's such a poor success rate. Hey Jennifer, how are you? Yeah. I mean, it's cold at night now. You can't leave your window open. You can imagine what it's like out there, sleeping in abandoned homes, and then looking forward to the next day, getting in the car with strangers. Jane, the best way is just send it to me in West Branch. I got the P.O. box for the women down in Detroit, but it was going to be too much trouble, so I locked it. But I do check it every time. But you might as well send it to me in West Branch, Michigan, because I check it before I leave here. Hey, Tweety, how are you? Yeah, his bandos are everywhere in Detroit. One lady had written a post this morning, and she talked about, the neighborhoods being worried about the drug houses there. I know a couple neighborhoods where, believe it or not, they're grateful for the drug houses because they know only drugs are being sold there, and they pretty much keep the neighborhood clean of any other trouble. I know that sounds crazy, but they know that the druggies aren't trying to sell their kids drugs. It's an adult deal. And you'll notice in a drug house area, you don't see a hell of a lot of other crime going on, and it's generally because they kind of rule with an iron fist. It's in some of the areas where they have a low police presence. Yeah, you're right, Mike, man. It's hard to believe. Some of them like that life and they have no intentions of leaving it. It's so crazy. No, Kathleen, I really don't. I mean, these gifts are nice. They keep them warm. It's not like a gift you're going to steal from somebody and go sell for a bunch of money. It's not like I'm handing out gold Krugerrands. It's not that big of a deal. I'm glad for some reason that tripped my mind. I'm going to get some raviolis for Crystal. Oh, Amanda, yeah, it is. Yeah, Sofa King, that's because we got a lot of this cold moisture in the air. You can get these kind of clouds two ways. You can get a super hot day with a lot of moisture. You'll see these similar clouds down in Florida all summer long. Or you can get them when the seasons are turning and you still have relatively warm ground, but you have super cold mornings and lots of moisture. And that's how you end up with these up until about the time it stays cold through the night. The temperatures, the nighttime and the daytime temperatures are the same. I love it when the clouds are like this. I don't know if you've ever been in an airplane when you're going through these, though. It's a little bumpy, not a lot. These would be bumpy coming through today. I put these up at about maybe 5,000 feet, 7,000 feet. They're always way higher than you think. Yeah, I thought I had the best clouds I could have asked for on that Saturday video of the moon over at Taos Point State Park. Hey, Shaki. It's so crazy. I mean, of all the videos you can put up, you never really know. I mean, I've said this a quadrillion times, but if you guys look at my videos from day one, I do the same thing now that I've always done. The same kind of videos. Nature, Daisy, interviews, sunrises, moonrises. And I really love the moonrises. But I would think that if, I was lucky to be able to be over on Lake Huron. I mean, it's the most perfect setting to get a moonrise. But I would think that people out there that didn't have a wide open space that were into the moon and liked it and stuff would have more interest in it. But for whatever reason, no one is very interested in the moons or sunrise or sunsets. It's surprising to me. I can put a toad jumping on top of a lily pad and all sorts of people watch it and love it and click on it and like it. But to me, something that's that beautiful, people just think it's like humdrum. I mean, those are actually way more views than I normally get. I was surprised, but it just doesn't garner much attention. Yeah, you're probably right about that, Tweety. I should do that. You know, I would say that over half the people that I send to the playlist still can't ever find it. It's so weird. I mean, you know, depending on what browser you have, you know, the channels come up different. And I don't know how my channel comes up to people. I'm assuming that it's not that easy to see playlists because people half the time can't locate it. Tweety, you got any good cruise deals on the hook? Yeah, send me a picture of that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah, you're probably right, Angie. You're probably right about that. And like, see the trees in the distance today? It's so beautiful. Oh, okay. All right, Mike. Huh. The closest beach to Orlando, well, if you're thinking, I would say over off Melbourne. That's where I used to go when I lived in Orlando. Indy Atlantic, which is a little south of Melbourne. It's a straight shot from Orlando over to the East Coast, right around there. That is going eastbound. It's a lot farther to get over on the beaches on the west side of the state. I never went over there much, and I never timed it, but it took me about 45 minutes an hour from Orlando to get to the beach in Florida. Yeah, Melbourne Beach. Now I go to Indy Atlantic, which is just right down the road. It's my favorite place in Florida. If anybody's in Florida tonight on the east side, check that moonrise. It's going to be a beauty. Yeah. Oh, there's the Astro van. There you go. Better believe it's all right. I just turned 378,000. Hey, Tigger, what's going on? Yeah, it keeps on ticking. We'll take that baby out to North Dakota like it's brand new. Hey, Tigger. Yeah, 378,000 miles I just turned. Yep. Hey, Ronnie, how you doing? Ronnie, where do you live at? Hey, how you doing? Hey, Chad, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, El Marguerite's a medical marvel. Still ticking. You live in Lonnie? Where's that at? Oh, Ionia? Oh, do you? Out there near Lansing? Or is Ionia near Lansing or Grand Rapids? You know, I never really had it. You talking about these buildings that I sold? Oh, we'll take it. Well, thanks, Sherry. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hey, Christina, how you doing? You were talking about my rentals? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, Ronnie. Yep. Atta girl, Christina. Hey, Creative Revival, how are you? How's it going? I did. Well, let me tell you, there's a weird thing on that. You know, at one time I made a ton of money, and it's been a while. So I had cash when I came up here, and I paid cash for my condo, which wasn't much. And then, like a total dumbass, they wanted 40,000 for that property. It's good. I thought it was good because it's in the business commercial section, which means you could live there and run a business. So I put 35 into redoing the one building and gutted the other one. So I paid cash for it. I never financed it. And, you know, it was a stupid move on my part. I kept thinking I was going to, you know, I've always kind of dealt in Civil War documents, vintage photography and rare books and that kind of thing. I was going to just have a standalone building. I just never got around to feeling like doing it, to say the truth. But a big reason that I got those places because I needed a place to keep some beehives, but it just never worked out because I think the deck angle was too low, so my bees never survived. And once I had bad luck with the hives, I just kind of never really used the buildings, to be honest with you. It's a 2003 one. The favorite place I lived, I would say here. I would say this is the favorite place I've lived. I've lived everywhere too. I lived in Florida for 5 years, Chicago for 12, lived in Ann Arbor for 2, Ypsilanti for 5, Detroit for 1, River Rouge for a year, Atlanta, Georgia for a year. I lived a lot of places. The GM, no, there is an abandoned GM factory up there. I keep thinking I'm going to go up there. I just never get around to it. Oh yeah, as you guys know, I mean, I never really have pushed a channel. You know, it's like, it wouldn't matter to me if I had any more subscribers or views or thumbs up or anything. I think it does to some people, but to me it doesn't. Oh, are you talking about which GM plan are you talking about? You're not talking about Fisher Body 21, are you? You talking about Fisher Body 21? Yeah, now I think Cocoa Beach is a little too far north. Yeah, well, Tweety, once you get canned in that algorithm, you're home free, you know. Yeah, you're right. The Fisher building is beautiful. Hey, Dea, how are you? This is West Branch, Michigan, Adi. Corbin, people send, you know, who they see in the videos, and they send a package or a card, and I just give it to them. I don't know any other way to do it right now. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. Some guy had written that in Australia, you know, if you're a charity, you got to be registered. Well, I'm not a charity, really. People see people. Thanks, Ronnie. People see people they like in the video, and I give them exactly what they send. I mean, I always record the transaction because I don't want somebody to think I kept something or took something off the top or whatever. It is, Mike. It's a great guy. Post stuff from Ireland. Like, what do you mean? stuff run? Do you mean mailing it or just posting in a video? You send it to West Branch, Michigan, and I take it with me. I got a whole van full of stuff to take down there this time. It's going to take me forever. I'm a little worried about it, actually, because, you know, there's nothing like having stuff that people want delivered to the girls, and then I don't run into them. That happened to me with GoFundMe a few years ago. I collected this cash, and then we got that crazy, super record cold winter, and I didn't run into anybody, so I just ate the fee and refunded everybody's money. Yeah, PayPal, some people do that, and they send it as a friend, and I just withdraw it and give it to them. Yeah, you know, I was thinking last night, you know, my sister used to own that McDonald's. She was the first single female to own a McDonald's in Michigan. You know, to be honest with you, though, I had a McRib sandwich yesterday, but there's really nothing that good at McDonald's anymore. The double cheeseburger used to be good because the bun would be steamed. But when I go in there now, it's just, I don't think it's that good. The McNuggets are kind of like dry. The sandwiches are never hot. Hey, Beats by Jocks. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I'll tell you a funny thing. When she opened that store in 1978, they sold about 430 Big Macs a day. They were having $1,000 hours. You know how many Big Macs at McDonald's store sells a day now? Take a guess. How many Big Macs you think they sell now a day? No, you got that right, Wanda. Wanda, why did that little restaurant on the east side that served breakfast close? Nope, Tweety. Nope. The 6K was a joke. Everything else was true. I knew that'd drive all my haters crazy. Sure enough, it did. Nope, you ready for this? Less than 25 a day. As a matter of fact, McDonald's is thinking of dropping the Big Mac because the sales are so poor. And I'll tell you why that happened. The dollar menu, the 2-for-1, all that. If you're on a limited income, you can go in there and really load up for much cheaper than what a premium sandwich costs. That's why just quarter pounders don't sell that great anymore. Big Macs don't sell that great. That's why they're always plugging something else, because it's kind of dead in the water. Yeah, that's exactly right. Too much bread, you're right. Yeah, Lisa, I don't, you know, it's funny, when I'm in, there's a lot of people on welfare in this area. You get a bridge card. It's kind of discreet now. And I see them in Walmart, and I see what they buy, you know, when I'm standing in line. I don't know how people up here, and there's plenty of them, a man and a wife, and they're each working like $10 an hour jobs. I don't know how you stay alive doing that. And when you look at what they buy in their cart, you can tell they're trying to stretch their dollar. And it makes sense to me why so many kids are overweight, because the affordable food is, you know, goes a lot further.